very, very soon, affordability would no longer be ascribed to properties in Epe and Ibeju-Lekki. So, beyond Ibeju-Lekki, where else can investors pitch their tents? Where else can property investors seek to buy properties that will guarantee them safety and security of their investment, and also higher returns on investment? This is what we'll be discussing today on this channel. I am Mowe Patrick, and you can ask me anything about real estate. I welcome you to this channel. On this channel, we continually discuss topical issues affecting real estate investment and the real estate industry in Lagos and in Nigeria at large. If this is your first time coming across this channel, do well, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and please turn on the notification button so that you get information each time we drop content on this channel. If this is your first time coming across this channel, you can do well to go through our past videos. We've discussed so many topics that would help you in investing in real estate and making minimal or no mistakes while investing in real estate in Lagos. We've discussed topics relating to property titles, how to conduct your due diligence, areas you should run away from in Ibeju-Lekki and Epe, Lagos, Nigeria, because those areas have been tagged committed areas and you will not want to lose your investment. Do well to share our videos to your friends and your colleagues, those who you think would want to invest in real estate industry in the nearest future, so that they can learn and educate themselves, so that they make minimal or no mistake at all when they are investing in real estate in Lagos, Nigeria. I am Mowe Patrick, and today we'll be talking about beyond Epe. Where else can property investors pitch their tents and position their business and themselves in the future? Lagos has really gained traction in recent years. Lagos is the hub of real estate investment in Nigeria and in West Africa, as it houses some of the most expensive and luxurious real estate developments in the country and in West Africa. We've witnessed the scrambling of lands by government, by property investors, by individuals in Lagos, and in recent time in Ibeju-Lekki and Epe, Lagos, Nigeria. But the reality is, good lands in Epe and Ibeju-Lekki are becoming extinct. It's either they've been bought or they are committed, and the very few ones that are still on sale are embarrassingly expensive. Now, what is now the future of real estate investments in Lagos, Nigeria? So beyond Epe and Ibeju-Lekki, I personally think Badagry and Ikorodu should be top on the list of property investors. These are areas that are yet to be tapped, and properties in these areas are still relatively low. And because of the plans the state government has for these areas, in the coming years, we'll start witnessing high cost of landed properties in the area. Before we start witnessing high competition in the area, smart investors should be looking towards buying properties that are relatively cheap in areas that are free in those places. You have to conduct your search to determine that the lands are free and and it meets what you're looking for. Invest in those areas in Ikorodu and Badagry, and this is because government has serious plans for the area. And for the Fourth Mainland Bridge, once it's commissioned and work starts, properties in these areas will definitely appreciate and skyrocket, because the Fourth Mainland Bridge would have access to Ikorodu and also the Lagos Badagry Express Road. Listen to Lagos State Governor on this particular issue.
Right. Fourth Mainland Bridge, from the design we've seen, is a 37-kilometer road. It's not just Fourth Mainland Bridge. We want to make it a ring road that will take the back of Ikorodu, come out at Agri-Kishawo, and now further take you to Lagos Badagry Express, so just behind your premises here. That's the whole plan, and it's 37 kilometers.
So, because of this singular factor, the Third Mainland Bridge, property investors should be looking at buying properties in Ikorodu and and Badagry. And Ikorodu on its own boasts of so many access routes. From Ikorodu, you can link towards Epe and Ijebu. From Ikorodu, you can go to Ikeja and Maryland. From Ikorodu, you could also come to the Lagos Island via the Lagos Lagoon. So Ikorodu is going to be a very, very strategic point for property developers and property investors in the nearest future. Same as Badagry. These are two areas in Lagos where property investments are still very low, and it's just a matter of time before you start seeing property developers going into those places, because very cheap properties in Epe and Ibeju-Lekki are already extinct. You don't get to see cheap properties in those places. So Ikorodu, I think the Mota, the Agbowa, and the Tokin area of Ikorodu linking to Epe are areas where property investors are even going to right now. So it is wise that you start strategizing and knowing where to pitch your tent and position yourself in Ikorodu and also in Badagry. So beyond Lagos, what other areas do I feel property investors should also be looking at? Now, personally, I would advise property investors who would want to go beyond Lagos to look towards Mowe Ofada in Ogun State. We have very cheap lands there, and again, perfection of lands in those areas are also very easy and also cheap when you compare it to Lagos. So Mowe Ofada should be an area investors should be looking at. And the reason for this is because of the development proximity theory, that areas close to developed settlements would also be affected by the developments in this area, because once people and businesses start transiting from one point to the other point, development is going to set in. Now we are already seeing that Mowe is already taking shape. It's already becoming it's also becoming developed because of the presence of so many religious bodies and headquarters, and also so many industries in Mowe Ofada. You have the Nestle, we have cement factories, and so many more industries in that part of Lagos. And properties in those areas are relatively cheap, and also perfection there are also very seamlessly done. So Mowe Ofada is a nice place for property investors. Those who want to go beyond Lagos but want something very close to Lagos, within maybe 45 to 30 minutes into Lagos, Mowe Ofada is one good point for property investors. Another point in Ogun State is Ijebu, because of its proximity to Epe, Lagos, Nigeria. So you see those areas very close to Epe. After the Epe toll gate, you get into Ijebu. So all those areas, some of those specific areas in Ijebu very close to Epe are places property investors should also look at buying properties because of its proximity to Lagos. By the time properties become too expensive and probably development are set into Epe seriously, those are the areas where people will want to settle into because of proximity to Epe, Lagos, Nigeria. And from that area in Ijebu to Ibeju-Lekki should be about 30-45 minutes. So it is not really far, and property investors should be looking at Ijebu because of its proximity to Epe, Lagos, Nigeria. Ibadan is another point I feel property investors should look towards getting properties. Ibadan is peaceful, and it's also a good point for business and for residents. So beyond Lagos, I would advise property investors to look towards Mowe Ofada, Ijebu, and Ibadan in Oyo State. And in Lagos State, beyond Epe and Ibeju-Lekki, property investors should be looking at Ikorodu and also Badagry. So if you are a new property investor, if you feel the prices of lands in Epe and Ibeju-Lekki is way beyond your budget, then you should be looking at buying properties in Ikorodu, in Badagry, in Mowe Ofada, in Ijebu, and maybe somewhere in Ibadan. These are areas where you can find relatively cheap properties, and the ones that will also guarantee you high returns on your investment in the nearest future. If you're also an avid property investor and you're looking to diversify your property portfolio and investment, then you can look towards Ibeju-Lekki and Epe. You can look towards Lagos. You can go to Ogun State. You can go to Mowe Ofada. You can go to Ijebu. You can go to Abeokuta. You can go to Ibadan to get other properties just to diversify your investment, because definitely Lagos would also affect the surrounding environment, because the real estate sector in Lagos would also affect the development of surrounding places close to Lagos, Nigeria. So smart investors, this is my advice for you today. If you're looking beyond the Lagos, Nigeria, if you're looking beyond the Ibeju-Lekki, go towards those areas and you'll be glad you did. Invest now in those areas before prices skyrocket. You do not wait to buy real estate, you buy real estate and wait. On this note, until we see you again, be safe, and please like and subscribe to this channel, and until I see you again, be safe and